Your financial advisor has been lying to you. And the worst part? You're paying him to do it. Every single day, millions of Americans wake up, check their bank accounts, and feel a small sense of pride when they see their savings balance going up. They're doing what they were taught: save more, spend less, be responsible. But here's the thing nobody tells you. The wealthiest people in America are doing the exact opposite. Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. These men don't just save money. In fact, most billionaires carry almost zero cash savings at any given time. So what do they know that you don't? What massive secret about money has been kept from the middle class for generations? Stick with me for the next 17 minutes, because by the end of this video, you will never look at your savings account the same way again, and you might just make the most important financial decision of your life. Let me take you back. Growing up, you probably heard this advice 100 times. Save your money, put it in the bank, build your emergency fund. It sounds responsible, it sounds safe, and for decades, this was the gold standard of financial wisdom in America. Your parents believed it, their parents believed it, the banks, they absolutely loved that you believed it. Over $10 trillion sitting still while inflation eats it alive. Here's the math nobody shows you in school. If inflation runs at 3.5% per year and your savings account pays you 0.5% interest, you are losing 3% of your purchasing power every single year. You think you're getting richer, but in reality, you're getting poorer, slowly, silently, every single day. This is what economists call the illusion of savings. The number in your account goes up, but what that number can actually buy you, that goes down. So how did this myth get started? And more importantly, who benefits from it? The answer will shock you. What I'm about to show you is the same system that banks use your money to make billions, while paying you almost nothing. Think about this. You deposit $10,000 into a savings account. The bank takes that money and loans it out to someone else at 7, 8, even 24% interest on a credit card. Meanwhile, they give you back, what, 0.5%? Maybe 1% if you're lucky. Your money is working. It's just working for them, not for you. This is the dirty secret of the American financial system. Banks are not your friends. They are businesses, and their entire business model is built on one thing: taking cheap money from you and lending it out at expensive rates to someone else. Now, here's where the rich think completely differently. Instead of being the person whose money gets used, they become the one who uses money. They borrow, they leverage, they deploy capital into assets that generate returns. In 2023, Elon Musk didn't save up to buy Twitter for $44 billion. He borrowed against his Tesla shares. He used other people's money, banks, investors, and structured a deal where his own cash stayed invested and working elsewhere. That's not luck. That's not a cheat code. That's a completely different relationship with money. And once you understand it, you can never unsee it. In 1997, a book came out that changed the way millions of people thought about money. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Love him or hate him, one idea from that book is undeniably true. The rich buy assets, the poor buy liabilities they think are assets. What's an asset? Something that puts money into your pocket. Real estate that generates rent. Stocks that pay dividends. A business that operates without you. These are the machines the wealthy use to manufacture money. What's a liability? Something that takes money out of your pocket. A car that depreciates the second you drive it off the lot. A big house with a massive mortgage. Designer clothes. Even a savings account sitting idle while inflation chips away at it. Think about the wealthiest families in American history. The Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the Waltons. None of them got rich by saving paychecks in a bank. They got rich by owning things that grew in value and produced income. Here's a simple but devastating example. Two people both earn $80,000 a year. Person A saves $1,000 a month faithfully in a savings account. After 20 years, they have roughly $300,000, and inflation has eaten nearly a third of its purchasing power. Person B takes that same $1,000 a month and invests it in a simple S&P 500 index fund. After 20 years, at the market's historical average of 10% annual return, they have over $760,000. Same income, same discipline, completely different outcome. The only difference, one person chose assets, one person chose safety. But wait, it gets even more interesting, because the truly wealthy don't even use their own money to buy assets. They use debt. This next part is the one the financial industry actively does not want you to understand. And I mean that literally. Debt. The word alone makes most Americans anxious. We're taught from childhood, debt is bad, avoid debt, pay off your credit cards, get out of debt as fast as possible. And for most consumer debt, that's 100% correct. Credit card debt at 22% interest is financial quicksand. But here's the crucial distinction that changes everything. There are two types of debt. Bad debt buys things that go down in value, cars, vacations, clothes. It destroys wealth. Good debt buys things that go up in value and produce income. This is the tool of the wealthy, and it comes with a bonus feature that most people never even think about. Here's the strategy known as buy, borrow, die, and it's completely legal. A wealthy investor buys a $10 million property. Over 10 years, it appreciates to $20 million. Do they sell it and pay capital gains tax? No. Instead, they borrow against the appreciated value, taking out a loan at 4% interest. They live on that loan money. Loan proceeds are not taxable income. They never sell. When they die, their heirs inherit the asset at the new value with a stepped-up basis, and decades of capital gains disappear. Meanwhile, the interest they pay, tax-deductible. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This isn't illegal. It's literally how the system was built, and for whom. In 2021, ProPublica leaked IRS data showing that some of America's wealthiest individuals paid effective tax rates of 1% or less in certain years, while the average American worker paid 22% or more. The saving class pays taxes. The investing class builds dynasties. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not a billionaire. I can't play these games. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need $1 billion to start thinking like the wealthy. You need a different mindset about what money is for. Here's a practical framework. I call it the 3-bucket system that breaks away from the traditional save everything mentality. Bucket 1, protection money, about 10 to 15% of income. Yes, keep some liquid cash, 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account, the kind paying 4 to 5% APY, not 0.5%. This is your emergency fund. It's not an investment, it's insurance. Once it's funded, you stop adding to it. Bucket 2, asset acquisition, about 20 to 30% of income. This is where you start playing the game. Index funds, ETFs, REITs for real estate exposure without a mortgage. If you have the capital, a rental property. The goal is to own things that generate income while you sleep. Passive income isn't a fantasy, it's the entire strategy of every wealthy person alive. Bucket 3, human capital, about 5 to 10% of income. This one surprises people. The rich invest in themselves at a level most people never do. Courses, mentorship, books, building skills that command higher income. The fastest asset you can acquire is expertise that the market will pay for. Now here's the key mindset shift. Stop asking, how much can I save this month? Start asking, how much can I deploy this month? Every dollar you earn is a soldier. The question is, are you putting your soldiers to work, or are you locking them in a savings account prison where they slowly get weaker every year? The wealth gap in America is not primarily a wage gap. It is an asset gap. And the way to close that gap, for yourself, for your family, starts with understanding the game that's already being played around you. So let me bring this home for you. We started this video with a question. Why do rich people never save money? Now you know the answer. It's not because they're reckless, it's because they understand something fundamental about how money actually works. Money is not meant to sit still. Money is a tool, and like any tool, its value comes entirely from how you use it. The wealthy use money to buy assets that make more money. They use leverage, good debt, to amplify their purchasing power. They structure their finances to minimize taxes legally, and they never, ever confuse the feeling of safety with the reality of wealth building. The middle class was handed a rule book. Work hard, save money, retire at 65, hope it's enough. The wealthy rewrote the rule book entirely, and the first chapter says your money must always be working harder than you are. Now, if this video opened your eyes, I want you to think about one person in your life right now, a friend, a sibling, someone who's grinding hard, saving faithfully, and wondering why they never seem to get ahead. Share this video with them, because what we talk about on this channel is not theory, it's the information that changes financial trajectories. And if you want to go deeper, subscribe, because next week we're going to break down exactly how the top 1% legally pay less in taxes than their secretaries and what the rest of us can learn from it. That video is already getting flagged by financial institutions. I'm posting it anyway. Subscribe, hit the bell, I'll see you in the next one.